Edie and I endorse John and Robin.
All right.
It really takes a team. It's hard work, but I've always thought that the candidate that you see is the congressman you get. And I can't tell you how difficult it is. All these fellas can tell you how difficult it is, but John has never done this before. And to accomplish what he's accomplished thus far, with all of your help, is a truly remarkable political story. We're very proud of you, John. Thank you. Great to see all my old team here working on it. There's some indication that there's going to be a good night Tuesday night. Last thing I wanted to say is I have been able to watch a couple of these debates. I've been home the last 3-4 days. I've watched the debates, and John is just killing the guy. And he sits there and he's just writing. He's writing his memoir. Pleasure to introduce the chairman of the National Republican Congressional Committee, a guy who's done nothing but build our party and build our majority, and he's going to make it even stronger this Tuesday night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is, I've been on the road for 2 weeks and my voice is about gone. But it will remain strong through this event. I have been to a lot of events with a lot of great supporters for really terrific candidates. This is the biggest turnout I've seen anywhere in the world. I want to thank Chairman Davey. Great job he's done. He's a remarkable man who really puts his shoulder into the grindstone, gets it done, gets results. Don, thank you for your work. Now, out in Oregon, we got this town named Lake Oswego. Is there anybody here from Oswego?
Yeah.
Got down here before snow hit, didn't you? By the way, it's coming tonight, so we're keeping you here.
This is where we go south for the winter.
We know about that in Oregon. We just rust. It's been $6 million spent in this race so far. We're part of that. Thanks if you help the NRCC. If you don't, nrcc.org is a great place to go. We're really excited about John. And he's going to make a great congressman. This district matters. We won it before. We'll win it again this time with your help. Let me tell you why. A couple of reasons. John has done great things for this community. He's made it safer for all of us, for all of you, for all Americans. Anybody that passes through here knows he's done a good job. He's made it safer, he's made it better. That's why he's supported by law enforcement. They're seeing all the bad stuff up front. They take care of us, keep us safe, and they back John KATKO. He's competent, he's capable. He'll be a great legislator. Jim, my wife's name's Malene. We'll support John, Robin, and their family too. National polling around here says he's up 10 points. He may be, but I'll tell you what, it's only decided by those who turn out on election day.
That's right.
This is a grind. They're throwing everything they can at him.
As I look out here, I see so many people that I did not know on January 11th when I left my job. And that's my wife. She's my secret weapon, isn't she? You could not find a better partner to go through this thing with than Robin KATKO. I'm very proud of her strength and her courage and her determination, and she didn't think she could do half the things she's done in this campaign. She's done a fantastic support, and you know, there's no way I'd be here if it wasn't for her. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So thank you very much. I knew Robin on January 11th of this year, but the vast majority of people here I did not know. And it's amazing to me to see the support that we have. And it's about an ideal. It's not about my ideal. It's about an ideal that we ought to have some change in Congress, right? And so over the last 9 months or so, I've been going around. First I had to get the nomination from 8 other challengers, which I didn't know when I left my job. Then I had to go through a petition process. I had no idea how much of a pain in the butt that was, but thank you, Tom, for all your work with that. Where are you, Tom? Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate it. Tom did a phenomenal job of that. I owe him a debt of gratitude, so thank you.
John, you can pay me back by beating Dan Maffei.
I went through the summer getting my feet on the ground and getting used to this thing called campaigning, and it was a wonderful thing. For 20 years as a federal prosecutor, I had to watch every word I've said. And they had such strict guidelines. And then I found out that I could speak my mind. And it was very liberating. I found out that I liked it more and more. The more I got out there, the more I was able to talk about my ideas, the more excited I got. And during the summertime, Mr. Maffei was trying to intimidate us, I guess, by announcing these big ad buys in September that he was going to do, and how over $1 million. And we were still raising money. And along came a poll at the end of July, and all of a sudden Mr. Maffei moved up his advertising to August because he was worried. And that was the first sign I thought that, my God, we're in this race, we're in the hunt here, and then the polls indicated that. So, fast forward to September, he's pounding away with all his commercials and all his negative stuff. And by the way, if you remember from his ads, $2.5 million, virtually nothing in his ads talked about anything that he accomplished in Washington for the last 6 years. Do you want to know why that is? He hasn't accomplished anything. That's why we're going to send him home. Now, comes fast forward to September 22nd. It was a dark day for Mr. Maffei, September 22nd, because on that day I went to Washington and I received the highest award you can receive as a prosecutor from a Democratic Attorney General named Eric Holder. And he was fit to be tied. And that was a good day in and of itself. Then later that day, I was asked to stop by the NRCC headquarters. And I sat at, they said, sit down a second. And I want to know why they want me to sit down. And John Reedy, who's here with us tonight, came in and said, I just want to let you know we're gonna spend $1.5 million to help support you. I said, what? Right then and there, I go, we're going to win this thing. And I promised him that, and I'm going to continue to promise that. But for Chairman and Vice Chairman and the others that are here, I cannot thank you enough. We would not be here were it not for your support. And I'm going to honor that support by running right through the tape at the end like Tom. One more thing before I give you a little pep talk here, and I got to admit to you, the debates are really fun. I absolutely love it when I'm sitting there with no notes, calmly looking over him and there's sweat coming down his eyes. Don't forget, he's done about 50 debates. I've done 3. The only debates I've ever done are this week. And I've enjoyed it immensely. And you know what those debates show? That there's substance versus fluff. There's someone with conviction versus someone who is all over the place trying to search for an answer. And he doesn't have an answer because he doesn't have anything to be proud of that he's done in Congress. And you know what? It's time to really call him on it. And that's why, all that time ago, Robin and I decided to sacrifice and get into this race. We deserve better here in Central New York. We lost 3,100 jobs last year. And he's commenting how he thinks the economy is going in the right direction here. Really? We lost 1,200 more jobs in September. He has never had a bill passed in his 2 terms in Congress, one of which where he had the President, the House, and the Senate all in his party. 0. That to me shows a failed leader of the highest degree. And you know what? When we have the problems we have here in Central New York, we need something better than that. Okay? We need leadership. For 20 years, I led men and women in law enforcement in some of the most dangerous situations you can possibly imagine. And they never backed down. I was very proud of them. And now I'm going to lead all of you. Starting on November 5th, and November 4th at 9 o'clock, I hope. I'm going to lead you, okay? And I want to do the things in Congress that I think are right. Fiscal responsibility, that's not a dirty word, okay? Just last night in our debate, Mr. Maffei's knee-jerk reaction, everything is raise the taxes. Well, we have 20 years to fix Social Security, and he wants to raise your taxes on Social Security. Really? That's not the answer to everything, okay? This country became great by rolling up your sleeves and doing the hard things. He doesn't understand that. And we understand it here in Central New York, and we're gonna do that for him, okay? Now, just for a moment, I want to thank two of my boys are here, Liam and Logan. They're teenagers, and I was worried about how they would deal with the race, but they're teenagers, so they really don't care. I'm wearing my t-shirt, so I know that's good. And I appreciate, I know it's been hard, guys, all right, but I'm almost done.
Good job,
Liam lost interest in the race when he found out that if I win, that the Secret Service would not be driving him to school. But they're good boys, and I'm very proud of them. And now, for all of you, I want to tell you how much I appreciate all of you, because you're here because you care. And you care about the seat, you care about making a difference. Some of you drove a long time to get here, and I really appreciate that. The bottom line is, we're not finished yet. And Chairman Walden is exactly right, okay? The next 4 or 5 days are crucial. Crucial. There's a reason why Mr. Maffei is nervous, and there's a reason why sweat's coming down the side of his forehead. He feels us pecking away, but it's not over by a long shot. If you think it's over by a long shot, that's when you get beat, all right? I'm telling you. So right now, from this point forward, we all got to do what we can. We're spending every waking hour, which is pretty much all of our hours, between now and Election Day. And I ask you all to do your part. And you've done so much for me. You've had parties for me, you've had fundraisers, you've donated money and time, and I thank you all so much, and I can never repay that debt other than to be an honorable congressman for you. But for the next 4 or 5 days, we need your time. Okay? Whether it's being on a telephone or walking the streets, knocking on doors for us, whatever you can do. Before you leave here tonight, we ask you to sign up for something. And just for the next 4 or 5 days, then we're done. Okay? Except for 2 more years. That time you'll be pros and it'll be easier. But the bottom line is we need you, right? We're going to beat the pants off this guy because of grassroots effort. He's up. He 3-1, and we're still standing. He threw the kitchen sink at us. He called me a corrupt prosecutor, that I hated women, despite having 5 sisters and a great wife, but Irish Catholic mom who kicked my butt. And I'm against the elderly and everything else. But he called me a corrupt prosecutor, and that really got me upset. That is ridiculous. And let's show him what we think of him. Let's everybody for the next 4 or 5 days work our tails off, give nothing a chance, and let's beat the pants off.